We've heard a lot in recent weeks about the impact of escalating interest rates on mortgages and the squeeze mass immigration puts on housing. But what about renters? The latest figures show that around a fifth of people in the UK rent, spending something like a third of their household income on rent. Private sector rents have risen at their fastest since 2016, and there are reports of people being forced into bidding wars as demand outstrips supply. The BBC reports that competition is so intense that on average there are 20 requests to view each available property. Those most likely to rent are of course our young people and those on the lowest incomes. So skyrocketing rents are putting a huge strain on those least able to afford it. What is causing this crisis? Interest rates have prompted landlords to hike up rents. Restrictive planning laws have slowed house building, and inflation is eating up disposable income. But another huge factor, which is seldom mentioned and few people like to talk about, is immigration. In 2022, we saw net migration of over 600,000 people. That's another 600,000 people added to our population. In just 1 year, all these people need somewhere to live. The average household size in the UK is currently 2.4 people. What does this mean? It means that immigration last year led to an additional need for 250,000 dwellings. Immigration made an insatiable demand for housing even more insatiable and impossible to satisfy. Demand goes up and rent goes up with it, and more people are chasing the same number of properties. If we want to help the current generation of young people secure a stake in society, we have to ease the housing crisis. And the only way to do that is to reduce immigration. To those who argue that the solution is to build more houses, I would point to the failure over the past 20 years to keep up with demand. Why should that change now when the growth in population driven by immigration is running away and way ahead of the rate of supply? Cutting immigration is the only realistic solution. It would reduce the pressure on housing, public services and the environment at a stroke. We will be able to plan for the future and give our young generation hope. If you agree, please sign our petition calling on the government to reduce net migration to less than 100,000 people per year.